Ciao bedazzi! Today we're going to make a staple dish in the tradition of Parmesan cuisine, pasta al forno. But as always, we're going to work outside tradition and the ingredients will be completely different. So probably my mom and my nonna will be very upset with me.
Picciotti, before we move on to the recipe, check out the guys at Sicilian Food Culture. So go now and check SicilianFoodCulture.com, have a look at their beautiful website and check their beautiful recipes, stories and everything about Sicilian culture.
So let's start with the actual type of pasta, the shape of the pasta that we're going to use today. Anelletti, it's little rings. Now sure, you're gonna say, oh cool, that's spaghetti loops, I know them. No, it's not spaghetti loops. Let's move on to the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna need tomato passata, so tomato sauce, because we're going to make a ragu, but not with meat, but with fake meat. It's this. It looks like the real one, look. Then we had eggplants. I chopped the eggplants already. You can fry them if you want. I'm actually going to air fry them. And then I have here some, I don't know if you're able to see it, and then we have here some rice mozzarella and some vegan parmesan cheese. So step number one is get started with our ragu. As you can probably hear, there's a beautiful noise in the background. It's a sofrito, obviously. Soundtrack of my life. Now I'm going to add our mince meat, soya meat, whatever you want to call it. So our ragu is cooking. I'm just gonna add the lid and just leave it there for about 25 minutes. In the meantime, let's get started with the eggplants. So for the eggplants, move them into a bowl. Add some olive oil, some salt, and just mix them before they go into the air fryer. Oh, one thing that I forgot. I've actually used 2 bottles of tomato passata. One won't be enough. The ragu is cooking on one side, the eggplants are cooking on the other one. What's next? Let's calculate how much pasta we want to eat. As you've probably noticed, I never give you the actual amount of pasta because it's not something you can calculate. It's a feeling. You're sad, you want a lot of pasta. You're happy, you want a lot of pasta. You're sick, you want a lot of pasta. So it's up to you, just cook a lot of pasta. But just for this time, since we're gonna have to bake the pasta and we're gonna have to create the layers, this time I'm using 700 grams of pasta, so it should be enough. So the pasta is cooking. I'm just going to cook it for 7 minutes. No more than that, because then it's gonna keep cooking inside the oven. So 7 minutes. The pasta is ready. It's back in its pan. Why? Because we're going to add 4 or 5 scoops of tomato sauce, so we give it a very nice color. Remember, blank pasta is not an option, so make sure the sauce goes everywhere. Another crucial thing, 2 scoops of tomato sauce at the bottom of the baking tray so the pasta won't stick when it's in the oven. First layer is done, look. So now we can add our cheese, our meat, and our eggplants. The second layer is done too. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to add some vegan parmesan cheese and then straight in the oven, which has already reached the 200 degrees, and it's gonna stay there for about 15 to 20 minutes. That's it, guys. The pasta al forno is ready. It looks just like the real one. It smells great. The cheese doesn't really melt just like the regular cheese, but that's fine. The taste is good anyway. It feels like having mamma's or nonna's pasta al forno, but the ingredients are completely different. Ciao bedazzi, buon appetito!